everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block, and we have some news in for Liverpool fans that we've expected for a while, but it's finally happened. Javier Mascherano has officially been sold to Barcelona for about, I think, 16 million euros, which could escalate to 22 million euros, depending on how he plays and how the club plays, and crap like that. But I have a huge problem with that transfer fee. 16 million euros? That's outrageous! Yaya Toure went from Barcelona to freaking Manchester City for 30 million euros. So basically, you're telling me that Yaya Toure is worth 2 times more than Javier Mascherano? Absolutely not! Javier Mascherano is the captain of Argentina. He's probably the best defensive center midfielder in the world, and you're telling me Yaya Toure is better than him? Is worth 2 times more for him? That is outrageous! I am so angry that Liverpool just basically gave him away for absolutely nothing. You think that this saga has been dragging on for nearly 2 months, and you're thinking, alright, Liverpool must have held out to get the maximum money. No! They gave him away for 16 million euros? I was reading reports earlier that the deal would be probably 15 or 16 million euros plus a Barcelona player. Where's the Barcelona player? I was reading the deal online. I was like, alright, so when are they going to mention the player to be named? When are they going to mention the second player in the deal? No, never there. 16 million euros. That's 13 million pounds. That's nothing. At least when we sold Xabi Alonso last year, it was in the neighborhood of, 30 million euros or 30 million pounds. That's worth something. You could buy somebody with that. What do you do with 13 million pounds? Can Liverpool even afford Carlton Cole for that? Or Carlton Cole was the price tag for him was 18 million pounds. And for all these other guys that we've been talking about, Brian Ruiz and this other guy, I've heard their price tag is of 15 million pounds. So how is Javier Mascherano going to leave for 16 million euros? That is absolutely not enough. What is wrong with this deal? I hate soccer. That is ridiculous. And I just saw this article on the internet about how Roy Hodgson is unhappy with Javier Mascherano's selfish move. Which, I agree with. This will segue nicely into my second point. Hodgson was quoted saying, "I don't think they mean it as a challenge to your authority or to challenge the club's authority. It's just a selfish situation that they have got something and they've got something they want to do, and they just expect the club, and therefore you as one of the leaders of the club, to bow down and accept that they're going to do it. Unfortunately, there are periods of time when there will be some unpleasantness, because players must also understand that when you sign contracts to play. Sign contracts to play. I don't understand why in European football contracts mean absolutely nothing. Yeah, Torres signed this new contract extension last year. Was I excited about it? No. You know why? Because they mean nothing. Players it seems like players can move willy-nilly whenever they want to, and these clubs just accept it. That's BS. Absolutely BS. Which is why I applaud Arsene Wenger for not letting Barcelona just rip Cesc Fabregas from their hold. If you have a top player and you are a top club, then you do not let that player go. It's like you don't see the New York Yankees selling Derek Jeter. You know why? Because Derek Jeter isn't asking for a trade, because he's respecting the contract, because he loves the club. And it seems like players in European soccer, they don't respect the contract, and they certainly don't respect the club, because if Javier Mascherano actually respected Liverpool, he would have played against Manchester City. If Javier Mascherano respected Liverpool, he wouldn't have wanted to move. Now, do I respect him as a player? Yes. Was he probably Liverpool's best player last season? You can have an argument with that in Pepe Reina. Is he probably one of the best defensive midfielders in the world? Yes. Do I respect him as a player? Infinitely. But I have to agree with Hodgson 110% on this move. It's selfish. When you sign a contract at a club, you're expected to stay there for the length of the contract. That's why you stayed there. See, in baseball or in American sports, when a player wants to leave a club, even though they have a contract, they stay with the club. They see out the length of the contract, because that's the honorable thing to do, because you've signed your future over to the club. And then if you don't want to stay in the club, you just wait till free agency and then you move. LeBron James didn't want to trade to the Miami Heat last season. But, you know, he went to the Miami Heat in free agency. Even though, like, you just see these outrageous transfer fees, there is free agency in European soccer and in, European football, I should say. There are transfer fees. Free agency. There is free agency. How do you think Liverpool signed Milan Jovanovic? Free transfer. How do you think they signed Joe Cole? Because both of those guys were free agents. Mascherano really wanted to leave. You know, he should have done the honorable thing, stayed with the club, saw out the length of the contract, and then, you know, when he's a free agent, or the year before his contract expires, the Liverpool can move him. Then I wouldn't have a problem with that. So I don't understand the European culture of players forcing themselves out of clubs. I know Hodgson wasn't very happy with it, but you know, this Mascherano move is a move that we've been expecting. I don't like the way it went down. I think 16 million euros is an absolute disgrace of an offer, disgrace of a deal, and basically Liverpool got lowballed, and I honestly don't know. They got lowballed, and Mascherano pressured the deal through. If there wasn't pressure from Mascherano to get the deal through, if he wasn't on strike, then I'm sure Liverpool would have gotten the £25 million that they rightly deserve for this player. Because honestly, £13 million, 60 million euros, that's not... What are you going to buy with that? Alright, we can sign one striker, but we should have been able to finance not only a deal for a striker, but a deal for a left back with this Mascherano deal, and now we can't. Oh, and now we have a giant Mascherano-sized hole in midfield. I really don't think Christian Poulsen or Lucas is the solution to replace Mascherano there. Of course, Gerrard's going to be moving back there to pair with Lucas or Poulsen, but neither of those guys are going to be able to replace Mascherano on any level. So that's all for today of GLB Sports TV. 16 million euros is a disgrace. Roy Hodgson, you were correct. Mascherano, YWA, best of luck. See you guys later.